Who's a lady? Who's a pretty lady? Who's a grumpy lady?
Hi friends, it's Kimberly. Get your tea ready today and get your extinguisher because it's about to be fire. Just get into the story. A few years back, I lived in Toronto. I think it was 2015 when this happened. So when I was living in Toronto, I was working at a place called Good Life Fitness, which is a gym. It's the same kind of thing as LA Fitness. So it was just one of those like corporation gyms that I was working at. And so I worked at the front desk and I did a lot of opens and I did a lot of closes, but the gym was open 24 hours except for it closed on Friday. And then it would close on Saturday night and close on Sunday night and then be open from Monday to Friday. So I did a lot of the Friday closes and there were tasks that we had to do every close. So one of them would be making sure that everyone was out of the gym, making sure all of the lights are off, and locking up. But another task that we had to do was go down into the change rooms because you could rent a locker from Good Life and it would be like a monthly payment so that you could keep your stuff there at the gym. So we had daily use lockers that we had to cut the bolts off every Friday because people didn't pay for them. So guess what? You can't store your stuff here. So we would go down and cut all of the locks and put everything into bags and write down what was in the lockers, sports bag and a bra and some running shoes, and then we'd put it all in a bag with the note and bring it back upstairs. On one Friday, me, and let's just say for the sake of this, her name is Eve. Eve and I, because I'm not going to expose her, I don't want her to get in trouble because I'm pretty sure she still works at that gym. Eve and I were cutting locks after close on Friday. We're in the men's change room and I'm cutting one and I open it and there's a duffel bag. And normal, people have duffel bags at gyms. And I open it to see the contents of what's inside of the bag. And there is a giant bag of weed. And there is cocaine and some sort of pills. And I just drop the bag. We have gloves on as well when we do this. I just drop the bag and I'm like, Eve, can you come here for a moment? And so she comes over here and she sees and she's like, oh my gosh. And so she just keeps going through it and she finds this wad of cash, 20s, 50s, 100s, and we're just like, what is this? What have we found? I'm like, oh my gosh, Eve, we need to call the police. And she's like, wait. As I'm about to leave. And she's like, what if we take the weed and the money and then just like dispose of the bag? Oh my god, I'm here with a criminal! I can't believe you've done this. Seriously, I could not believe that she wanted to take the weed and the money and just like throw the bag out. And she's a grown woman, she is a grown-up, she is an adult, and I had to convince her for 10 minutes that we needed to call the police. I was like, I'm 18 years old, why am I the mature person in this situation that is like terrified? And I'm like, this is a like drug lord perhaps, or just someone crazy, so we need to call the police. So finally we come to an agreement that the police should be called, and she didn't take any of the money or the weed. Yeah, and at that time I was very like innocent. I was only 18. That was the first time I had ever seen cocaine or like hard drugs. I was just like blown away. And so that whole situation was already really scary for me. So the police come, they pick up the bag, I go home. I'm like, okay, I don't work the rest of the week. I'm done with this situation, goodbye. Saturday goes by, and then Sunday, I get a call from Good Life, the gym. And I'm like, ugh, they're gonna ask me to work or something. I don't wanna answer this. And so I answer anyways. And let's say the person on the phone, let's say his name is Adam. Adam and Eve, the sinners. It makes perfect sense. I pick up the phone, and I know this guy, he's one of my coworkers. And he's like, hey Kimberly, it's Adam. And I say, hi Adam, what's going on? And so he says, so I'm standing here with a guy who said he had some suspicious things in his locker and now it's not there anymore. Do you happen to know about this? I can't believe you've done this. Seriously! I was like, Adam, first of all, you just said my name. Why would you call me if a man said he had suspicious things in a bag missing? Oh my, there's so many things that are so inappropriate about it. Like, I would never, as an employee, give out somebody else's name, give out when they work. He also told the man that I work like every Monday morning. He told the man my name and when I work. And he had probably hundreds of dollars missing and then could have potentially sold thousands of dollars with all the drugs that he had. Guys, it gets worse. So I'm like, I'm so unimpressed, Adam. Don't say anything to him because I called the police on him. So I hang up on him and I'm like freaking out. I'm 18 years old. I'm absolutely terrified. I'm like, this man knows my name. So I call Eve, the girl that I was with, and I'm like, hey. And she's just like, hey, I was just about to call you. I said, did Adam call you too and ask you about Friday? And she said, no. And I said, yeah, he called me with the guy and said my name and when I work. She was like, no, Kimberly, no. And I was like, yes. And she said, no, Kimberly, no. I closed yesterday and we didn't finish on Friday. We didn't finish cutting the lockers because we were dealing with the police and this whole situation and we were just talking about it. So we didn't cut the rest of the daily lockers for that day. She closed on Saturday night and she cut the rest of the daily lockers and she found a gun in the men's locker. A gun in the men's locker room. A gun in Canada. She found a gun at a gym downtown Toronto. You can't think it's the same person. She said, well, we can't confirm or deny whether it was. I was so terrified that I was gonna have some man come after me and try and kill me. I got in contact with the police and they ended up showing me footage of the guy when he was talking to Adam. So I knew what he looked like. I was so terrified to go into work that they said that I didn't have to go for 2 weeks. I was so scared that I was going to die because this man potentially could have had a gun and drugs and money and we gave it all to the police and now he knows my name and where I work. Thanks, Adam. And then after the 2 weeks was over, I went back to work. I had completely different hours and I refused to wear a name tag with my real name on it. So I made like Jessica or like whatever basic name. I was just like, nobody can know that my name is Kimberly. I don't feel safe here. And just the whole rest of the time working there, I felt so cringy about the whole situation. But it's been like 4 years now and I don't live in Toronto and I feel safe talking about this situation. I did not feel safe there for so long. I was just scared. Anyway, maybe I was being dramatic, but a gun was found the next day in the male locker room. What? In Canada. At a gym. That means he walked by me or somebody at the front desk with a bag and a gun and just put it in a locker and then went and worked out and just like left his gun at a gym. Okay. If you are watching this, Adam and Eve, and you know who you are, you know who you are. And I don't know, it's a funny situation. No hard feelings. Like, I really like both of them, but it was just like, ugh, could have been handled so much better by everyone. Moral of the story is trust no one. Ever. Trust No one. Let me know your reactions to this crazy video in the comments below, because I'm curious what people think, because I haven't told this story to lots of people before, so I want to know what people think, if this is normal. I don't think so. So give it a thumbs up or subscribe for more crazy stories. Anyways, thank you guys. Peace. Don't call my name, don't call my name. Oops. Alejandro, I'm not your babe, I'm not your babe. Fernando. Loose! Mother of God! Okay.